Hello, and welcome to Sim Civilization. A very long time ago, like 7 years ago, I started playing Sims in a little bit of a weird way. Obsessed with making cave people. And I started advancing them slowly. I started giving them like a little fire, and then I'd introduce them to agriculture, and then introduce them to hunting, and then I'd let them make a little Sims house, and then I'd give them a little Sims government. And eventually I became obsessed with the concept of starting at the very, very, very beginning, cave people, and evolving them over like 70, 80, 100 generations into a modern civilization. I never made it that far. I only ever made it like to the Bronze Age. And I wanted to do it again. I wanted to really go in there, and I wanted to make my Sim civilization. I wanted to start from the Stone Age and bring them all the way to the future with flying cars. And so I thought, instead of harassing my friends with all my stories of the Sims and annoying my coworkers and my parents and anyone who will listen with my Sims lore, I thought I would share it with the internet to annoy you guys. So I think that is going to be really fun. I have decided to do a fun little map. Anyone who's played Sims 3 for a long time will recognize this map. It is their Sims Egypt. I downloaded a custom content version of it, and I just thought, how fun would it be to have like a desert civilization? So who knows what this is going to look like in 100 generations? It could look very different. Now I've made a few little custom content locations. Food is plants growing at different various stages so they can explore the map. They will have no agriculture in the beginning. They'll have to forage their foods. They will be able to hunt, and they will have a fire pit. And how I like to play this game is that generation by generation by generation, I like to give them things. So in the first generation, they may have access to agriculture and a very, very rudimentary form of plumbing. In the second generation, they may start discovering toolsmithing, and that's when you bring in ambitions, and they can start sculpting with clay and creating various forms of art, while also useful things like chairs. And then the third generation, when there's more of them, they might start building rudimentary houses. So it's gonna have a lot of adventures. It's gonna be some fun little things. And as they evolve, they'll evolve new things. And they'll evolve electricity one day, and they'll evolve beds, and it's gonna be wild. So I'm really excited to take you guys on this adventure. It's something that I've been doing in my spare time for so long. And it's so nerdy, and I need people to talk to about it. So I apologize, internet, for roping you into my madness, but I think it's gonna be really fun, and I think we're all gonna have a really good time. But let's play. Here we are at the dawn of man. And man turns out to be a lot sleepier than I was expecting. I mean, he doesn't have a job. He doesn't have a wife. He doesn't have, what is, struck by lightning? What? His first day on Earth and he gets struck by lightning? Oh, poor guy. I feel like God hates him. Oh no. At least he's got this puddle to play in. I feel like if he got zapped and lightning in the puddle, that would have ended worse. He's taking it, all things considered, pretty well. I almost thought he was going to get struck by lightning again. Well, there we are. Day 1, Sim 1. Tar Sim. Like Tarzan. I apologize for that. He's probably gonna have to get some food soon. So part of this challenge is he can't have a fridge, and he doesn't know how to garden, and he doesn't know agriculture. So he's gonna have to stop playing this puddle pretty soon and get his priorities straight, because he'll die. Fortunately for him, he's got me on my side. See, oh no, he can't fish. Why can't you just go down there? Oh. Maybe if he goes here, he can figure it out. He's not very smart.
Oh, God, oh, eat.
What do you mean you can't fish? You're literally right by the water. Is he mentally a little challenged? Like, he's right by the water. How about now? Okay. The first human may be okay. He doesn't look okay. All things considered, he kind of looks concerning. But as long as he can catch himself one meal in the next 24 hours, he will not die. But wait. Hopefully this sim has better luck than the last sim. Oh, and jackpot. It looks like she's found a place to gather. Let's see. She can't tend the plants and she can't really do much with them. Oh no. I feel like, oh no. How does this keep happening to them? Oh no, she's too hungry to harvest plants. Can she fish? Oh no. She's gonna starve to This is bad. This is bad news, Simmers. She is literally gonna starve to death. The food is right there, but she cannot harvest it because she's too hungry. Okay, she's going back down here a lot. He also has appeared to have failed the fishing mission. Does he have any food? No. This is bad. If they can't eat in the next 24 hours, they're gonna die. Let's see what happens if they can light a fire at least. They can at least roast marshmallows, which I feel like is cheating, but if I don't feed them, they're literally gonna die. They're too hungry to fish and they're too hungry, so I'm just gonna give them enough to get them out of starvation. And ideally they can start hunting and gathering again. I can't say this is how I imagined my first day playing Sim Survival. Okay, excellent. She is now not starving, which means she can go back to the fertile grounds of harvest. All right. In this really historically accurate taxi. All right. Let's see. Oh, yes. Yes. We're in, Sims. We're in. She can harvest. This is a very sad state of affairs for the primitive man. But at least she can get food. This is excellent. Now, what is he doing? Okay. Seriously, dude, you nearly, oh my God.
George!
You nearly starved to death an hour ago. You need to get your priorities straight. I think maybe if I send him up further down the riverbed, he will be able to actually fish. He seems to be struggling to find locations. I'm loving this historically accurate taxi. It's setting the tone really well for me. Now let's hope he has some better luck in this spot in the river. Let's see. Okay. Oh. What trait was it stupid? Was that the trait I gave him? Oh. No. Jasmine, on the other hand, what is Jasmine doing? Let's check in on, oh, she's winning life. Let's have a look at her inventory. Oh, she is set. This girl is not starving. So at least we know the gathering is going well. The hunting, not so much, but the gathering, very, very successful. I feel so sad for them. They're just so burnt. And he's gonna get hungry soon and he has no food. He has 2 hours before he's back in starvation territory. She at least can eat her harvest raw. Like, I don't think it'd be that tasty, but if she wants to, she can at least eat this lettuce plant. Who is that? Charlie Sheen is in my game. Charlie Sheen, you should not be here. You don't exist, Charlie Sheen. There's only 2 people who are supposed to be in the world. Did I not delete all the lots? No, yeah, go home, yeah, leave. We don't even want to talk to Charlie Sheen. Now, something you may have noticed is everything is surrounding the Nile River. I feel like that's historically very accurate. I also went into this being a massive nerd. And one thing they really talk about a lot in all the podcasts I'm listening to is how civilization really centered around rivers, lakes, and places where fresh water was. So I think, trying to keep it kind of historically accurate, I decided to put all of them near rivers. And it makes sense because they have to fish and collect food. So that's exactly where they're going to be most of the time. I feel like having a little bit of a fire situation would be good. I feel so sad. There's nothing I can do. There's just chard. I think the only way to get rid of it is by making them shower. Now let's have a look at our very hungry cave. Nothing. Tarsim, you had one job, bro. One job. To be fair, he has no sim skills yet. Maybe once he maxes out this fishing skill, he will do better. I want to see if going for a little swim will maybe fix up this terrible and sad situation. No. I honestly think they might just be stuck this way. Oh, Tarzan! Tarzan, you did it. You did it. You caught an anchovy. You know what? You deserve to eat that anchovy. You do. He wants to learn the bait. I've played so many hours of The Sims and never learned to properly fish. Maybe this is the generation where I actually learned to properly fish. I use baits, I use food, I use lures, and I actually get my Sims properly fishing. Oh my, ooh, what's this? Are they a little attracted to each other? Okay, spicy. Pillow fighting. Honestly, I was hoping it'd go this way organically. All right, Tarsim, you know what you need to do. Now, my favorite thing about Bloody Sims fishing, if you didn't know that, you can roast fish over an open fire. So you don't actually need an oven or stove. As long as you have vegetables, fish, and a fire pit, you can eat. Look at how tiny an anchovy is. This big. Now let's have a look at his little fish that he's about to eat. What is that? What is that? That is a huge piece of salmon. That is a huge piece. And she's eating, and again, she can roast things, so let's roast some lettuce and some eggplant. She's got plenty of tasty eggplant. Look at this feast. And I think just like the other day, they were starving and crying and there was no food. Honestly, pretty good turnaround. 24 hours. A lot can change. I think they've done enough fishing for the day. They are starting to get hungry, so I'm gonna send them back to their little a little campsite. They can roast up some fish, maybe go harvest some vegetables later. I love when they run places. You may have noticed that they are back in their cave people clothing and not charred to a crisp. I could not for the life of me figure out how to get it to go away, and I cheated. I let them take a shower. I gave them a shower, one shower. They don't get showers. One glorious shower, and that is all they're getting. That is the only showering they will ever have. And hopefully they enjoyed it, because they will never get that again. He can have maybe some rainbow trout. And she can do something a little saucy, maybe some lettuce and anchovy cups. Ooh, I think they're doing pretty well as far as, that was a slide, she just slid in there. I will never get over watching their food roasts. I love how it's just a whole head of lettuce, But yeah, I think it's really good. So now they are fed, and they are very attracted to each other. So who knows, maybe something will happen. He's single, she's single. He's the only human in existence besides Charlie Sheen, apparently. She didn't even want to say hi to Charlie Sheen, so I think he's back in the clear. I think he's good. I guess another unfortunate thing about being a cave person is there's nowhere for you to go really when it's raining. You just have to kind of stand outside.
Neeb, Thorga. Ooh, Samala Bepso.
Shim, Zebeldonk.
I think he should tell her a ghost story.
Rutzel.
I feel like that is probably the most romantic thing one can do. If this doesn't make them fall in love, I honestly don't know what will. If you think about our ancestors, like, they wouldn't have had smartphones, they wouldn't have had TVs, they wouldn't have even had books, they wouldn't have had games, they wouldn't have had anything. How they would have entertained each other is by telling each other wacky, crazy stories. Like, how did we end up with so much crazy mythology? We were bored and telling each other stories to keep the other one entertained. That's honestly it. And I think it's working. She's liking this. I feel like you should do a romantic gesture. Okay, she liked that. Oh my God, he is rizzing right now. I want to know what caveman riz sounds like. Can I bone you, maybe?
Callaway.
Oh.
Lato. Duva J.
If he's gonna confess his attraction to her. What if she says no? Oh, she's in. He's in. He is so in. And now they're romantically involved. Boom, shakalaka. He's gonna kiss her. Oh. That was a really underwhelming first kiss. Oh my gosh, should they just make out? Should they try for a baby? They're not even married. To be fair, the concept of marriage has not been invented yet. So does it make it wrong? He can propose going steady. Inappropriate. Oh no. Probably good though, because we have to build a whole civilization, so that happened faster than expecting. Honestly, I'm kind of happy for them. Okay, we have a problem. We have a pregnant lady in the house, which means she's gonna need to eat a lot and she's gonna need to pee a lot. And she honestly needed another bathroom. But they're both pretty hungry, so I'd say let's get this fire pit going. She can do some some anchovy lettuce cups again. I feel like that was a pretty big hit. He should probably eat some vegetables. He's... Oh no. That was morning sickness caught right on camera. Poor thing. She's got a lot more of that where it come from. All right, they need to get some, I think it's time to stockpile some veggies. They know where they can gather some good food, so I think this is probably the next best option. Oh no, she's... Is there any... Ooh, maybe there's not a lot of food around. Looks like there's not a lot of food around. Shoot. I feel like he should probably harvest some lettuce because I feel like he's gonna use it more as bait. It's cold. I feel sad for them, I do. I wonder if she can pee while swimming. Have we ever tried that? Why can't your sim pee while they swim? That seems like such a realistic thing to do. Oh no. She is swimming next to, what is that? That is an adorable thing. What is that? I want to catch one. Oh no, is it a tiny alligator? Is it a rat? Now, why can't she? Oh no. She needs to warm her body temperature up. She's too cold. She's freezing. I did change their season so it'll go to spring. He's at home now. He has no bait, no food. It looks like they won't be able to really harvest until spring from that location or summer. And they've got 6 days of no vegetation. Oh no, poor girl. There's another location on this map, I've made a few of them, where they can probably have a little look for some food. I'm just gonna have them start visiting all sorts of blocks. So they're gonna split up now and try to look for a quest for more food. Oh, poor thing, it's just vomiting everywhere. What's this? I don't think it's food, but it is something. Oh, sick. Oh, that's nice. That's a gemstone worth $190. Now, is there any food around here? No. How about here? Is there any food here? No. I'm sure I left a lot full of food somewhere around here. I remember creating it. This is so annoying. Ah, yes, food. But can they harvest it? Oh no, nope. Oh yes, there's stuff they can actually harvest here. Nope, you can't harvest the mushrooms, but they can harvest the watermelon. They've just gotten so stinky lately. Oh, he can harvest the mushroom. Excellent. Oh, and what's she doing? She's back home. Cleaning up the newspaper that shouldn't exist. Oh, she's still freezing though. She doesn't have very warm clothing on. Let's light some fire and get her warm. Otherwise, she may turn into an ice block. Let's see, can warming herself do anything? Oh, she's still quite chilly. Oh, cool. She's warm now. And she's throwing up. How's he going with his... He is loaded on food. I want to try something. I've never done this before. Using a bait to try to catch a fish. That's what I think I want this whole fun little river adventure thing. Ooh, there's some fish here. And then, can I inspect the water? Minnow, rainfish, ooh, some unknown fish, some toads. Okay, that seems pretty good. Let's go down here. Wait, hold the flippin' phone. What's down here? Whoa, sapphires. Rock go shiny. All right, let's go down here. Can I choose bait? All right, let's use some of this red root and just see what happens. It's not like he can eat it. So, oh wow, this is really quite scenic. There's a lot of fish down here today. What is that? Is that a mushroom? That's a random mushroom. I did not plant that. What is this? I did not plant this. Is it poisonous? Is anything going to happen? No. That's so random. Alright, I feel like he should probably go warm up before he turns into a little ice block. Look at that. It's got to be so cold. It's like, imagine a cool spring day. At least go her for keeping that fire going. I like that they think the lot is really well decorated because I added a lot of plants. This is her pregnancy outfit. I don't know if I'm really impressed or this is a PG show. I didn't even download this mod, it just came with a pre-made sim. Honestly, it's gonna be really interesting to see what she looks like pregnant. He's not complaining though. Typical men. Typical men. Okay. Oh, it is time for winter clothing. I knew that this was going to kill the entire aesthetic. I knew her pregnancy would. And there's unfortunately not a whole lot I can do. I don't really have any pregnancy sim clothing that are cave era related. So I'm going to pause this game, save it, take a shower, and I'm gonna come back looking completely different.